Hi, my name is Dave Andrews. Today I'm going to talk to you about upgrading a laptop processor. Now when you're upgrading a laptop processor, the very first thing you have to do is make sure that the one you purchased to replace your existing one is actually compatible with the laptop that you have. A lot of times even the same manufacturer will change the type of processor they're using as they upgrade their models and new ones come out, etc. So call your manufacturer, go to your manufacturer's website, and first find out and buy a processor that you know is compatible with your exact model. Now once you have that processor in, it's usually a few simple steps to replace the processor. The very first step on most PCs is to remove the keyboard from your laptop. Now the way that you do this, because everything is under the keyboard, there's usually a little bevel at the very top of your keyboard that you can insert a small flathead into and then pull up, and that's going to lift that bevel from the top of the PC. Do it very gently. You don't want to destroy anything underneath. And once that bevel is removed, you'll see that you have just your screen and then a blank area, and your keyboard can be pulled out using the same flathead. There's some ridges that you can get under to pull the keyboard out. Just remove your keyboard very carefully from the top of the laptop computer. Now, once the keyboard is removed, your processor will more than likely have a heatsink over the top of it. A heatsink is a device that basically forces air over the processor and keeps it cool. It's usually an enclosure like this that has a fan on the top of it. You can just unscrew that and then pull it off the top of your processor. There's the processor underneath the heatsink. Now, this is what your processor will look like. You want to put the pins down, and if you'll notice there's also a clef right here in the pins, and that tells you where the top of the processor is, and you line those pins up correctly. Place your processor into the area that it needs to go, and also be sure to put some thermal grease on top of the processor, because that will allow the heat to pull out of the processor into the heatsink correctly. Once you're done, replace the heatsink on the top of the processor, put your keyboard back into place, and replace the top of the bevel that you removed. My name is Dave Andrews, and I've just told you how to upgrade a laptop processor.